A very good morning to all our viewers. Myself and Niala out again. It's overcast, cloudy, windy, but we're still out in the elements. We want to show you guys as much game as we can. We're at Main Dam. Main Dam's a good half an hour to 40 minutes drive from the lodge. It's a big, beautiful flay area, massive dam. To my right, there's some hippos that are out grazing. It's nice and cool, so they're still out grazing. As it gets hotter during the day, they'll move towards the water, but at the moment, they're all grazing right over there, Neil. Beautiful. We're here around Main Dam, the Nauru Pride and Red Road male. This is probably their core territory around here. So we were just sitting here, just listening. Maybe we could hear some roars or pick up some tracks and hopefully follow up on the Nauru Pride or Red Road male this morning.
You don't often see hippos out the water or as much as you'd like to, so it's really great that we got to them before they headed back in. They're being followed here by some egrets. As the hippos walk, they will disturb things like grasshoppers and a variety of different insects, and that's what the egrets will latch onto. You can see this large one grazing here. Compared to their body size, they don't actually eat a lot of food relative to their weight. If you look at something like a rhinoceros eating at 60, 70 kilograms of grass every day, these hippos are only really down to about 20 to 30, and that's just because of their lifestyle. They don't do a lot when they're in the water during the day, not using up a lot of energy, so they don't need to eat as much. Guys, over here against this bush we have this big dung splattering here. You can see it's all along the road here. It's quite fresh. It would have been done very early this morning or last night. It's from a hippopotamus, and you can see it's sort of scattered all around. What he does when he gets here, as he's defecating, he swishes his tail and he sort of sprays it all over this bush on the ground here. It'll be a male hippo. If you look at female hippo's dung, it'll just be in those little balls, or actually not little, it'll be in these big balls, but the male hippo will come, defecate, swish his tail around and sort of mark territory along the bush like this, and as he's doing his little nightly grazing. I used to have a tracker that told me in local culture, the Shangaan culture, if a lady was pregnant for more than 9 months and wanted her baby to come out, they'd come and make a drink from hippo dung. So they'd collect hippo dung like this, boil it up and drink it. I have no idea how that makes a baby come out, but that was their belief, and soon after they would hope and the baby would come out. We came across these two young bulls who were having a bit of a wrestle with each other. It's nothing too serious, more playful than anything else. Both of them would have been pushed out of their herds quite recently, anywhere between the ages of sort of 12 to 15. These males will get pushed out of the groups, and it's quite sad for them. I mean, they're still young, got a lot to learn, so it's quite typical that you'll see a situation like this where you'll have a much younger bull joining up with an older bull, and the two of them might even end up joining other older bulls. It's a great way for them to learn. I mean, they still need to learn how to be an elephant, not just a male elephant, but these little fighting battles they will continue to do for the next few years just teaches them a bit about their body, different techniques, how they can use their strength. So these male groups are very important for these up and coming youngsters. These males usually only start to get a chance to breed properly once they pass the age of 35, which seems old when elephants only live for 60, but at that age they're only then big enough to compete with the big bulls in the area. When you're this close to elephants, you really notice all the texture on their skin, and their long eyelashes. All those wrinkles will help to absorb and keep mud on the body, and that's good for sun protection and also for the parasites. You'll notice on this elephant's ear all the mud, and look at the shape of it, just like the African continent. It's a beautiful Niala bull. So then their typical habitat here in Niala, quite dense riverine bush. And you can see a lot of adaptation there on his body for that. There's a lot of white stripes along the body, even across his face. I don't know if you noticed there's something called a chevron between the eyes, a big white marking. So white stripes, white dots, any white marking is there or designed to break up the animal's body. So if you had to freeze, which you'll usually do, they're not a very fast moving antelope. You can see he's quite bulky. They can be quite aggressive, these big Niala bulls, very sharp horns and can weigh well over 100 kilograms. But their main defense would be to freeze, and you can even see there in an instance a lot of the white markings will help break up his body as he freezes behind a bush.
The benchmark for all antelope. Anything bigger than a Niala is classified as a bull and a cow. So kudu bull, kudu cow, eland bull, eland cow. Anything smaller than Niala is classified as a ram and a ewe. So impala ram, impala ewe. However, the Niala is a bull and the female is a ewe. So he's the benchmark for all antelope.
A day like today, it's going to be quite typical to see a lot of the raptors just sitting up in dead trees like this. There won't be any heat to cause any nice air currents for them to soar on today. So we're going to see a lot of raptors in the trees like this on a cold, windy day. We just followed up on there was a lot of vultures sitting in these trees. Yeah, we came into this block but not able to find anything. Just want to show you, it's very, very windy today, incredibly windy. Look how tightly bunched the impala are. That's just a safety mechanism. Obviously this wind blows around and confuses them a lot with scent and sound, so just to stay safe they're all bunched together very tightly and they'll move around like that. Still looking for the Nauru pride. We are in the core of their territory, yeah? But nothing yet, not even a track of them yet. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't on our side this morning. Other than the icy cold wind, we got a torrential downpour just after this, and it caused us to head back to the lodge. The weather's been very strange the last 24 hours. We've gone from 37-degree heat to this morning 22, and it doesn't look like it's going to clear for most of the day. Yeah, we hope you enjoyed our short and cold safari. We will definitely try and get out there again as soon as the weather improves, which is hopefully tomorrow. But until then, have a great day further and stay safe.
मतलब प्रमुख majala, majala का है